Good morning, yogis, and welcome to your first day of Mindfulness Challenge. So this week in class, we discussed what mindfulness is and why it's important to keep yourself present throughout your entire day instead of just staying present during your morning yoga practice. So this week, I challenge you all to find a day, maybe it's tomorrow, that from beginning to end, you maintain a spirit of mindfulness. So that means from the second you open your eyes in the morning, setting an intention to keep yourself anchored in your breath, no matter how far off track your mind may try to take you. In the email, I also wrote you guys a nice little list of activities that you can do throughout your day to keep yourself present. And if you have any questions about those, obviously you can email Judy or myself about that. I'd also like to give you a brief movement sequence today to integrate into your morning sequence after you've sat down in your Sukhasana pose and you start to adjust your sits bones, you bring the correct leg in front, all the things that we worked on Thursday. And then this is just a little bit of a movement of the spine, a little bit of twisting to get the body open. And it's also going to help you to anchor your attention in the breath. So the breath will guide your movement. So let's get started. I'm in my Sukhasana, I've done all my adjustments, and then from here I'm going to interlace my fingers. I'm going to stretch all the way out through my palms and press my shoulders down away from my ears. And then from here I'm going to exhale my breath completely and wait until the next breath drops in on its own. As the breath drops in, I'm going to allow that breath to help guide my hands over my head. So I exhale, and then I inhale, arms are going to lift up. Keeping my ribs softening back and lifting the back of the rib cage as well as the front of the rib cage. And then I'm going to make my way into my side bending over towards my major thoracic curve or thoracolumbar curve side first, if you are working with the scoliosis. I'm keeping that opposite sit bone anchored down. So right now I'm side bending right and anchoring left sit bone down. Breathe into my side ribs, into my highest thoracic concavity here, and then I exhale, lengthen my fingertips down and away, turn that top palm down, and I lengthen a little bit more. On the inhalation, I'm going to twist my chest up, let that shoulder come back behind me a little bit, and I'm going to exhale and thread that arm underneath, little bit of a twisting forward fold. Two more like that. Inhaling, opening, really getting behind the shoulder blade here, and your head is just along for the ride here. Inhale, open the chest, just a nice little organic movement here. And then as I exhale, I'm going to walk my fingertips way out on the diagonal. So I'm not going side, I'm going more out over that front right thigh here. Lengthening my chest forward first, getting a nice stretch in that outer left hip, and then I exhale, lengthen the back of my neck. Keeping my heart nice and low to the ground, I'm going to walk my fingertips forward. If you need to have blocks under your hands because the floor feels pretty far away, then you can lift your arms up on blocks. On your inhalation, you're going to lengthen your chest up, roll the chest forward, a little bit of a cat-cow here. Exhale, soften the back of the neck, soften the front of the body, and crawl those fingertips forward. One more just like that. Inhale, opening your chest. And exhale, softening the front of the body. And then nice and easy rolling all the way up through the spine. Just waking up the back, waking up the shoulders, waking up the hips. And then pause for a moment. Sense the difference in the one side of the body. Feel all that space that you've created on the left side. And then we'll interlace the fingers again, changing the interlace to the opposite pinkies on the bottom to keep the shoulders balanced. Exhale, press out through the palms, press the shoulders down away from the ears, and then as your breath drops in on its own, the arms lift up overhead. Now, we're moving towards a major concavity for most of you now, so before you side bend towards your concave side, make sure that you're already drawing the ribs together on your thoracic curve side or thoracolumbar curve side, and then make your way into your side bend. Keep anchoring down that opposite hip as you go into the side bend. Exhale, fingertips come down, coming into your side bend. You can keep your head forward. If you have any neck issues, if it feels okay to look underneath that right arm, you can do that. And then your shoulder openers. Inhale, twist the chest up. Exhale, soften the front of the body and fold. Inhale, twisting open. Letting the arm come back behind you. Exhale, fold. And you'll do one more. Inhale, opening. And on this exhalation, we walk out on that nice big diagonal. So I'm turning my rib cage on this side to face the center of that thigh, giving me a little bit of derotation in the thoracic spine. I roll my chest open, reaching back through that right hip, and then I am exhaling, folding, making my way once again back through center. You'll go through your two cat-cow spines, rolling the chest open. If you can remember to bring that higher shoulder down a little bit more, you can do that here. Exhale, folding, lengthening the fingertips forward. One more time, just like that. Inhale, roll the chest forward, really reaching here. Exhale, folding, lengthening the back of the neck, and then rolling all the way back up through your spine. Pause a moment here. A little bit of mindful movement really helps the mind to settle before we get into the rest of our sequence. So as you make your way into your traction pose after this, see if you can keep this nice, quiet, long, deep breath that you're cultivating in this movement sequence throughout the rest of not only your practice, but for the rest of your day. And I'll see you all on Thursday. Good luck with your day of mindfulness challenge, and namaste.